there is a sign of that. You reach that thing that is impermanent, and you reach God. And you reach your inner purpose. And that is part of what Power is trying to teach. Listening to all the little sound and seeing all the little things. For the first time, a child's eyes, or what the Zen tradition,
You're like
they call
a baby.
it the Zen mind.
You're like a baby.
What to do.
You don't know what to do. Holy fuck, that, oh man, now I wish I remember every single line that she said when they first met, because that was so vital, what she was saying. She was like, that was almost like Buddha talking to a normal, run-of-the-mill guy, you know? And trying to explain it all in one sentence, you know what I mean? You're like a baby, you don't know what to do.
So, Mike, here's a challenge I want you to do. Every time you eat, I want you to pay attention to every single bite, every movement of the jaw, every feeling of your hand upon the food, every breath that goes into your body at the same time. When you're sitting here and listening to the sound behind you, here, just by doing this one thing, you will raise your consciousness. So listen to this very carefully. Just add one thing at a time. It's very simple, actually. When you hear the oven going, when you hear the pans cooking, when you hear the voices and the chattering, just sit and listen, but also take note of where your hands are and the feeling they have. Do that at the same time. First is impossible. You can't notice two things at the same time because you have this little thing.
I read this in a classroom.
All over the place.
The light.
Yeah. And it's always jumping, but it's one ball of consciousness that only observes one sense at a time. Truly, all these things are happening at the same time.
Minus that
but
pin.
you're only noticing one of them, truly.
What's that?
You can notice all.
I read this in a class.
Yeah.
It's enlightenment class, and I was reading this. I still have, I printed everything out, and I was reading this to be in the moment and just be with what you're doing.
I know, Ray, when you were listening, I read as I was listening to that, I was feeling my hands and
There's a true sense of joy that comes from being. You know, we do not live in a world where God is cynical. We live in a world where God simply is. There's no other way to describe it. And we are God. Thus, we just are. He is.
He is.
You know,
I love
I'm
English.
starting to notice things, you know. Every time I look at someone's face now, I observe every single detail. And I do not form opinions about us. You know, look at something and don't form an opinion about it. It's very difficult at first. You look at something, you decide whether you like it, whether you dislike it, whether it reminds you of anything, whether you would like to have that thing. It's always things like that. And those are all past, present, or no, past and future. Look at things without opinions, and you will see them through the eyes of God.
Feeling really lightheaded right now.
I know.
I've been talking to Derek a lot lately. He's really helping me along with that for me.
Do you really think he's there?
Hmm?
You really think he's there,
He
eh?
is. It's still developing and it's still taking
Always going to develop. Always will be. It will be until the day he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then some.
But yes, he is alert. And I feel so grateful for that, to have a friend who is the Buddha.
It really is.
That's what enlightenment is. You become the Buddha.
Wow, his face just in my mind right now. It's uncanny. He does kind of look
Heard
like
his life stories. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. How can one person do something?
Derek was one of the guys that me and Colbie met when we were woofing on Denman Island. I just told her about woofing and great traveling opportunities and great people and the farm that we stayed, the orchard I mean, that we stayed on, and I told her about my dream that I had there. Man, that stuck with me. It's still there. I can still pull it up right now and just watch it. Today when you were getting ready to go and you came out and I was my bird, I was actually watching Avatar again, bits and pieces of it, just with my eyes closed, just kind of remembering. I want to watch it again. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out, just because I want that guy to make more. It's good enough to bootleg, but I would support him with whatever paper bullshit I can.
And to see the commentary too, you know,
Yeah, holy fuck.
pick his brain.
I would love to listen to. I've never ever wanted to listen to a commentary of a movie so badly. I would love
Same
that.
here,
You
yeah.
know, I would love to hear what he had to say. And you know the guys that did The Matrix. I keep those two brothers. What are they? Skipping my mind. The other thing. It doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about. They did a lot of movies like that, and The Matrix is just like.
Warner Bros.
No, not Warner Brothers. There's two brothers. I can't remember their names. But they're the ones who created The Matrix. Like the whole